and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now Washington's starting group. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Young. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Johnson in a two-guard. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Shea. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Now, here is Young. And Middleton kicks to George. Sarr sets the screen for Young. And Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Johnson outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. The three. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. Sarr, the pass to Young. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Pass to Shea. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
The free throw from Shea. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. So it's the Hawks now, after the basket by Washington. To Okongwu. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Offline with his three. The Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, George. Back to Young. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Three-pointer. The rebound by Johnson. Washington leading now by 4. Middleton dishes to Johnson. And George kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Washington. Fires for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they pick up 2.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
Washington with the ball. Pass to Middleton. Now, here is Young. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Young's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Shea. Johnson outside. That one wide left. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Okongwu with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Okongwu's shot is good.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and hound him on every possession. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. So it's the Hawks now, following the three-pointer by Washington. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Johnson outside. Back to Young. Outside, George. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hawks trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson against Middleton. Johnson, the pass to Okongwu. And here's Middleton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Johnson against Daniels. Kicks it out to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. The shot's good. Washington leading now by 7. Outside, George. Sarr against Okongwu. Baseline try. Atlanta with the rebound.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable. Let's be honest.
Back to Alexander Walker. Lobbed up there for Johnson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about that athleticism from Jalen Johnson?
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Wizards. Leading by 5. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Young's got 8 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Doris, it's been fun watching Keyshawn George start his career. And he had quite the journey to get here.
He certainly did. Consider, he was born in Switzerland. His dad is from Canada, but his dad played pro in Europe. George plays for a club team in France and then goes to the U.S. for college. It's sort of been a meandering and diverse hoops education.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Porzingis comes in for Zachary Rizachet. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Daniels. Now here's McCollum. 23 points his last outing. Alexander Walker with the ball. Outside, Porzingis. Got 3 off the mark. Wizards leading by 8. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Young. Here's Sarr. Guarded by Porzingis. Sarr. The pass to Young. No good on the 3. Last outing for Atlanta. It was a loss to the Rockets. Johnson right side. McCollum off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch and shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Now here is Young. He's got 8. Back to Koulibaly. Here's Sarr. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to McCollum. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. The 3-pointer off the mark.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
And Young kicks to George. Bounce pass Sarr. Throws it up high. And Sarr throws it down.
That's a big-time vertical target. Alley-oop for Alex Sarr. Yes, sir.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's McCollum. Johnson with a screen on Young. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Doesn't go for him.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Wizards. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Washington.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got McCollum. He's out there with Luke Kennard. Porzingis is out there with Kispert. And Gay is in at the power forward position. Pass to Carrington. The Wizards working the ball around now. Beyond the arc, here's Whitmore. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Hawks trail by 8. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Misses the 3. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Coulibaly.
Boy, Coulibaly can elevate, folks. That vertical is legit.
The Hawks' shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Pass to Kispert. Jacks up a 3. Bagley with the rebound. Wizards leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Champagnie. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Tyson Daniels on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Pass to Rizichet. Outside, Porzingis. The 3 from McCollum. A rebound by Johnson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here is Young. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Coulibaly finds Young, and the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. For Atlanta, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Johnson outside. Over Middleton. Atlanta again missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the inside. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Here's Daniels. He has yet to score. Shot is good, and the Wizards lead is cut down to 11, and the bucket from McCollum.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Johnson. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. Over Daniels. Another one falls for Washington.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. And a switcher also for Washington. Sar's checked in. And so Young will bring it up for the Wizards. They've led by as many as 14 points. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Song, the pass to Young. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. Daniels with the steal.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Pass to Okongwu. Now here's McCollum, defended by Young. Young with the steal. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Kevin?
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Johnson following the bucket by the Wizards from outside off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the big fella Alex R showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game, and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
And here is Okongwu following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. 4 on the clock. And that one's good. Daniels.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Young. Driving the lane. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Young's got 10.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden, the defense barely gets a chance to react.
Now Okongwu. Pass to Rizeshe. On the wing, Johnson. Defended by Middleton. Lets the 3 fly. Johnson can't hit. Wizards leading by 16. In deep. Middleton can't get it to go.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a switcher also for Washington. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Koulibaly. Here's Song. He's got 6. Outside for George. The Wizards working the ball around now. And again, Washington no good.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Okongwu's shot is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Wizards leading by 12. Young looking it over. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Daniels. Johnson kicks to George. Pass to Song. Daniels against Johnson. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Okongwu finds Alexander Walker. And the basket is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Washington's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate shooting often, but they are reminding us of his dunking ability as well.
Here's Rizeshe. Back to Alexander Walker. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Washington. At one point, they led by 16. Saw the pass to George. Now Young. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's Rizichet. And Atlanta again with the bucket. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now. And, Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on. Let me write that down. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. Papa No Look 3 is curious as to whether Shaq could have made it as a stretch 5.
Look, there's an easy way to answer that. Shaq, how many threes did you make in your NBA career?
One more than everybody watching at home.
Good point. But then they didn't answer. How many dunks did you have? Stretch 5? No, we're going inside the big fella.
Thank you, Kenny.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
The Hawks trail by 8. ADB over the last several years, wins have been hard to come by for the Washington Wizards.
Kevin, it blows me away that this organization has not had a winning season since 2018, and they haven't won 50 games since 1979. Let's hope their young, inspiring draft picks are building into a good young core.
So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Sarr. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Johnson in at the 2. Johnson, count that one. Johnson's got 9.
Well, you gotta love the confidence this kid plays with. Johnson feels like he can score inside whenever he wants.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Rizichet. Over George. And it's sent back by George. Middleton on the wing. Back to George. Sweet little floater. He has 5.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Out to the wing. Here's Rizichet, defended by George. No good on the triple. Wizards leading by 10. Middleton outside. Pass to George. Sarr sets the screen for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Alexander Walker to the wing right side. Rizichet wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
A true highlight of Rizichet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Young passes to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Middleton dishes to Johnson. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is what Coach and Johnson's teammates want to see. The rookie continuing to find shots tonight.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Daniels kicks to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Gets an open look and hits. Johnson's got 8.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. It's Young on the wing. Shoots over Alexander Walker. No good there off the double clutch. The Hawks trail by 10 inside. That's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Pass to Middleton. Middleton with a screen for Johnson. Back to Middleton. Fires the 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside Daniel. Here's Alexander Walker. On the 3 off target.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Hawks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Kicks it out to Johnson. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch you.
And here is Johnson, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Back to Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. Okongwu with a screen on George. And it's Rizichet missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Young finds Middleton. And it's blocked. Alexander Walker with the ball. Johnson with a screen on Young. Back to Rizichet. Over Young. And it's Rizichet missing.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Back to George. Pass to Young from downtown. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 6th rebound on the night. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Here's Rizichet. Okongwu with a screen on Sarr. They get the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The Hawks trail by 10. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trae Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say, Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you guys.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. Kispert comes in for Johnson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Rizachet. And McCollum subbed in for Daniels. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Wizards passing it around. And it's Carrington missing. The Hawks trail by 8. Kennard, the pass to Kispert. McCollum left side. Here's Alexander Walker. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Bagley the pass to Champagny. Here's Koulibaly. To the middle. Here's Bagley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Now here's Kispert. No scoring in this one. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's Carrington. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Carrington. And George now top of the key. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Atlanta. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And here's McCollum for 3. Drops in the tray. And now just a 4-point Washington lead. Outside, George. There's the triple. The third quarter comes to a close. Wizards lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. McCollum is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Kispert in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now Kennard after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Kennard the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kennard. McCollum kicks to Kennard. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Carrington. Young, a screen on Kennard. Back to Young. Kennard with the rebound. The Hawks trail. McCollum outside. Pass to Kispert. Now Kennard. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Young outside, down low. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Kennard, the pass to McCollum. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Drops in the layup for 2. And the Wizards lead by 2.
Inside the lane is exactly where Koulibaly likes to operate.
Porzingis with a screen on Young. Right side, Porzingis. And there it is for him. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Alexander Saw. He's checked in for Carlton Carrington. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, coach telling their team this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Thank you once again, Allie. Pass to Kennard. Kicks it out to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. A 3 from Porzingis. Rebounded by the Wizards. At one point, they led by 16. Now, Koulibaly. Pass to Saw. Now, here is Young. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by Bagley.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's McCollum. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Young passes to Bagley. Now Sarr. He's guarded by McCollum. Sarr gets the bucket. And it's a 6-point Washington lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
McCollum looking it over. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass to Bagley. Sarr against Porzingis. A floater. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now McCollum. To tie it up. Washington with the rebound. To the inside. And Sarr throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double down. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
So for the Hawks, Zachary Rizachet's check in for Porzingis. Tyson Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Okongwu. Alexander Walker on the wing. Outside Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Oh, they get it back. Johnson sends the screen for Rizachet. He's off on that one.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Back to Young. And here's George. Rizachet with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Daniels, and he dunks it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Now, here is Young. Oh, softly lays it in.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
What's up? And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And something you like about Young is how he forces an opponent's hand. He makes you adapt and not the other way around.
Yeah, I love the tenacity. Terrific move at a crucial point in this game.
That is not settling. That is going for a high percentage look at a critical time. Nicely done.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Okongwu. Fires from 14. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the 3.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
At one point, they led by 16. Johnson outside. Now Young. Fires the 3. No good.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Those plays could make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
No, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Young inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Basket is good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now Zorn. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. There's the drive. Holy cow! What a bailout!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Here's Rizichet, defended by George. Now Rizichet.
At the wing position, Rizichet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting. And add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Johnson. And he does not hit. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Young with the steal. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now Johnson. A three-pointer. Good.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Now Johnson tipped away. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. They got Chris Middleton. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Alexander Saw. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
5 to shoot. Young, and he misses the J.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time, just won't go.
Outside Daniel. Now Okongwu. Okongwu with a screen on George. Sarr pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Strong move off the glass.
Physical defense, but the strength training already kicking in for Sarr.
A huge two-handed slam.
Yeah, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
Young fires, knocks down the 3.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
Daniels against Johnson. Count the basket.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
There's the steal. For the finish, and he pounds it home. I had a feeling he wasn't going to lay that one in. No, sir.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
And that one drops.
And this is what makes Young so lethal, his ability to make tough, contested shots look effortless.
Here's Ricochet, defended by George. Another chance here. Ricochet with it. Middleton pulls it down. Here's Young. Driving in. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Incredible focus from Young. He just finds ways to get it done on aggressive defense.
Now Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Young. And here is Johnson. Here's Young. From outside, buries the deep ball.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Johnson outside. The three goes down.
And whatever this team needs, Johnson is willing and able to provide.
And it's Washington's ball. At one point, they led by 16. Picked away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Jammed in! He was headed straight to the hoop the whole way.
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
And it's Brian Keith calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Young outside, beyond the arc, he drills the three.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
The 19-foot shot. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Well, Trae, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now our player of the game, Trae Young.